It's time for Teen Mom Trash Talk with Tracey and Noelle.
Hello and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. This is episode 353. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my beautiful, lovely co-host, comedian Noelle Winters Herzog.
That's me.
Next chapter, new chapter, season 2, episode 14.
This is midnight trash talk.
This is 12:12 a.m. Friday, September 6th, 2024. Before we jump into the pool, I have big news, really big news today.
Let's hear it.
Our friend Sarah Tolomash has released a special on YouTube, a comedy special called Butthole Money. You are guaranteed to laugh.
I laughed.
She filmed this 9 months pregnant. It was hilarious. You hear me scream, a lot of jizz. You hear me scream laughing in the background.
You were actually scream laughing.
No, but I scream laughed at home watching it again.
Oh God, it was so funny.
So freaking funny. I had the pleasure of opening for her, and you know, it's not a big deal, but my name is maybe in the credits.
I saw it.
It was really big. So that's my job now. I just opened for everyone's special.
I love it.
I'll be opening for Chris Roach's special November 2nd at the Comic Strip Live in New York City as well, if you guys want tickets for that.
I love Chris Roach.
Chris Roach is great. So guys, Butthole Money. So funny.
I thought it was called Butthole Mommy. It was so funny.
Which is a very great name too.
Yeah.
Also, if you want more of us, patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you will find all of our bonus episodes.
Sounds great.
Let's jump into the pool with Ashley.
She's so pretty.
She's so pretty. The way she talks to Holly makes me LOL.
I know.
She's like, girl, what are you drinking?
I know. She's like, what are you drinking out of? We got to get you a kitty cup.
She's like, no, I know.
Oh, very funny. She's like, cranberry juice.
Out of a wine glass.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So Ashley is dressed in her Hamptons silk outfit.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
She is a housewife.
This is what Cheyenne aspires to dress like.
Yes. She's in her dynasty phase.
Yes, she is. She got that from tea.
Yeah. So Holly's drinking cranberry juice out of a wine glass. Ashley's dressed in her Hamptons silk attire.
And they're checking their bread chatter, bread dough.
So it's been 9 months since Bar cheated on her.
But he didn't
cheat on her. Right.
Yeah.
He was like talking to someone.
Yeah.
So they are filing for divorce.
I know, that's crazy.
But they agree on it.
Right.
So
she's ready to just let the relationship go.
Right. So she said what Noelle says all the time.
What?
She's like, listen, I'm never getting over what you did. So let's just get divorced.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I always say that. It's like, if someone does something terrible to you and you know that you're never going to get over it and you know you're just going to relive this all the time, you're never going to forgive them, you have to break up. You just have
just break up. You used to
up.
tell me all the time, you're like, if you're going to forgive him, then be with him. And if you're not, then move on.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like a pretty simple answer.
It really is, though, because it's like, I once read this quote. It was like, once you forgive a man, you can't serve him anger again for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's you either forgive him or you don't.
Yes. But
and you don't have to
doing this every day.
You don't have to.
No.
Then leave.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is.
Right. So T comes over and she's like, so you're going to have hot girl summer. She's like, actually, you're going to have medium.
Medium.
She's
love
like, you're
that.
not even hot anymore.
I love that she's going to have medium. It's like, what do you think of us? If Ashley's medium, what the hell am I?
I'm the most watery salsa you've ever had.
But that's what I mean. What the hell am I?
I'm tomato juice.
I'm mild. I'm extra mild.
I'm tomato juice with no chunks.
You are. I'm Clamato.
Yeah, you are. That was your nickname in high school. All right. So she's going out with T. And, you know, this is the summer of no more scrubs.
No. Scrubs.
But you know what?
What?
Also, no more pigeons.
Which is way better. And unfortunately, my birthday party, nobody else knew that song but us.
Guys, Sporty Thieves, No More Pigeons, best song ever, ever, ever. Maybe that's my new walk-on song.
I mean, come on. We were table dancing. Nobody knew the song.
Guys,
very crazy.
They go to Chippendales in Vegas.
This is my worst nightmare.
This is more than my worst nightmare. Okay, let me just explain the things that are my worst nightmare about this.
Okay.
Number 1, going to a male strip club.
Yes.
Number 2, going to a male strip club with my mother.
Yes.
Number 3, going to a male strip club with my mother and getting called on stage.
You and your mother get called
Number
on stage.
4, my mother being called on stage with
Right.
me. Number 5, my mother putting a condom on a banana on stage with her mouth.
My mom would do that.
Yeah, of course she would.
Yeah.
Number 6, I have to give someone a lap dance that is a man.
Yeah. But Ashley gave a full real lap dance.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And she
This
looked
is
good
all my
doing
nightmare.
it.
Sure, this is all my nightmare.
These men are lubed up from head to toe, just oil sheen.
Let me tell you something. I
Mhm.
dare you,
Mhm.
as a stripper man,
Mhm.
to try to touch me.
Yeah, it's
My
disgusting.
mom recently had to go to one of these male reviews for her friend's birthday, and my mom pretended to have bronchitis and
That's
said every time someone
hilarious.
tried to touch her, she coughed and said, "So sorry, I'm just very sick."
I love that. I don't think
And
I've
that-
ever been around a male stripper in my whole life.
And that is called class.
Yeah.
That's what I would have to do. I'd have to be like, "Oh my God, my..."
Oh, well, you'd probably be allergic to the oil that he has on him anyway.
Imagine they're covered in sesame oil.
Yeah, right? Or they're covered in sandalwood.
Oh,
She's gonna be like, I'm gonna vomit in this
I would
place.
throw up.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of vomit, let's talk about Cheyenne.
Speaking of vomit,
Noelle.
I hate everything about this.
Her dad comes over. Ace is really growing, so now she wants a baby,
And Zach doesn't.
And Zach doesn't.
But that's
Do you know why? Do you know why Zach doesn't want a baby?
why? Because you don't want to
Because-
get a job.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she was like, "Yeah, I'll have another baby. You have to get a job," and he's like, "I
Yeah.
actually don't want a baby at all."
Well, I saw a meme. I posted this meme the other day, and it's so true. It's like one thing about those tables, they always turn. That's just how
Yep.
it is. And it's like, yeah, the tables have turned here. Isn't that funny? Cheyenne, you had the power, and now Zach has it.
Well, Zach still has no job. He might have the power, but he does not have a job.
But it's almost like everybody is more accepting of it now. She's not even mad
everyone.
anymore.
Well, she just had to explain it to her father. Her
Yeah.
father's like, "So why doesn't Zach have a job?" And she's like, "No, he's a felon." He's like, "Oh,
Mhm.
right. That's so nice."
That's right. I
He's
love
like-
that you married a felon.
He's like, "Anyway, this episode is sponsored by Image Quest."
I know, right? How many times did they say Image Quest?
He's like, "Image Quest is a more fancy Kinko's." He's
Mhm.
like, "If you ever want a menu made, you can come to Image
Mhm.
Quest. If you ever want your arrest record blown up and put on the wall at your house, Zach,
come to
Image Quest.
Image Quest. Yep.
Yeah. If you ever want like any kind, if you ever want your wife's ass just enlarged,
So go to Image Quest.
Image Quest.
So that's her parents' business.
She can't take over the business because she has a podcast and she has a social media account. And you know what?
What?
I also can't get a job because I have a podcast and a social media account.
Well, she also has Ryder's nail polish line.
Okay,
Mhm.
these are the best excuses. I'd rather be a felon.
And our Kyle can't because they just don't get along. Basically, our Kyle's an asshole.
cunt.
Right. And they just can't get along.
Well, she doesn't even have a nail polish line. How's she gonna?
How would she ever? I mean, really, how would she ever?
She can't take over the business because she has a podcast that we've never heard of.
There's a podcast.
What's it called?
Ryder K, KK, I don't know, whatever it is. No, not like that. I didn't mean like that.
Great.
That's not what I meant. Please don't
Canceled.
cancel me. I didn't even mean
Canceled.
that. Guys, it's midnight. I don't know what I'm saying.
I think you do. All right. So her dad's like, "Okay, wait, let me do the math. I can't give it
Right.
to you. Okay, so you're out. I can't give it to Kyle because she's a cunt.
Right. Uh-huh.
I would have to give it to Zach."
But then when he mentioned it, he was talking about it's sales. You think Zach
Okay.
is going to do
Okay.
sales?
So her dad's like, "Yeah, I just want like someone who's going to be a salesperson who's going to like take over." Zach looks sick to his stomach.
Well, that's the thing. So I'm like, he's pitching this to Zach. Zach is like, this is the last thing
Zach
on
looks
earth I want to do.
Zach looks sick.
Yeah.
Zach looks like you are showing him a video of his entire family, including all of his children and not his children, being murdered.
Zach's like, damn, I knew I should have been a cowboy. I knew I should have passed up.
He's like, that candlestick maker position sounded so good. Why wasn't I a Native American?
And now you have to be in sales.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
He has to be in sales for a company that's not going to pay you because it's going to be your company.
Have fun cold calling
You're going to be
people.
cold and be like, hi, do you need some copies made?
Hi, this is Kinko's. Do you need a menu?
You ever think about getting a full poster board?
God, this is gonna suck.
Do you want some? What did we used to call it? Tag board?
Oak tag.
Oak tag?
Mhm.
You want some oak tag made?
Tracey, I had to fucking put everything in the world on
Everything.
oak tag.
My
Everything
life. Let me tell you something.
was
I
oak
spent
tag.
my life in the drugstore
Yeah.
by my house. You know the drugstore.
Yeah.
Buying oak tag.
Yeah, me too.
I knew every color that they had. I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
Mom, I actually need the blue one for this. I know it's in the second aisle and it's like $3.
Yeah.
And I would go and I would get oak tag every day. Every
God,
day.
I
Every
done
day.
everything of my life was on oak
But
tag.
every day there was so much
Yeah.
oak tag that we started buying it in bulk.
Yeah, of course.
It was in my basement. My mom would be like, go get the oak tag. Go to the oak tag room.
Wow. When was the last time I saw oak tag in a store, huh?
We got to get some oak tag.
We gotta.
You remember cutting things out and using oak tag as the cardboard?
Tracey, in my mind, that's what I saw with a glue stick.
Yes.
This is what I
You're putting
see.
some sparkles on it. It's a Christmas ornament.
It is. This is what I'm seeing right now.
Are we doing sales for Zach right now?
I can feel the oak tag. Yes,
I
we
can feel
are.
the oak tag.
I can feel
How
the
about
oak
this
tag.
one? When we got older,
Mm-hmm.
the trifold board.
I know all about the trifold.
But that was when we got older.
Yeah, but that was different. That wasn't like a sixth
was-
grade thing.
No, that was
Yeah.
at 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was junior high.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I never had a trifold before that.
No, it was just
It was just oak tag.
it was so much oak tag. My
What were
father,
we
this is why
doing?
we were broke.
It wasn't his alcohol.
No,
It was,
the
the oak tag.
And because my grandmother loved buying filet mignon at Costco.
An oak tag.
Speaking of my grandmother, there is a recycled coming out next week. Michael and I said something about my grandmother. We cry, laugh, scream, laughed for like 10 minutes.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love
You
talking
have to
about your
listen
not
to
dead
it.
grandmother.
It was so, I caught Michael so off guard.
I can't wait to hear this.
You have to listen to it.
Oh my God. Oak
Yeah.
tag, filet mignon.
But yeah, oak tag. I haven't seen any in a store in a while. Next time we go to Staples, let's look for it.
Oak tag, filet
Yeah.
mignon, Mad Dog.
Yeah. Mad Dog. My father drank Mad Dog. Excuse me. He drank dark Bacardi. Okay. He drank Colt 45.
My God, I should not disrespect the dead.
It's like saying he drank Steel Reserve.
Oh
Excuse me.
God. Your father drank Dark Horse.
That's what cousin Anthony used to drink.
Oh God.
Oh,
I'm so
God.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We have to come back. We have to come back. Special bro.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Special brew. Yum.
Ooh, I love special bro.
Me too.
Okay. So Zach.
Okay, Zach. Zach is at dinner in his beanie.
Zach is pulling his beanie over his head. Zach's like,
Mhm.
no habla inglés.
He's like, I wish I was dead. I wish I had a
Zach's
piece of
like, I'm
oak
not
tag to cover me with.
He's like, I am not positive I'm Ace's dad either, actually.
God.
He's like, show me the test.
But also, this is so embarrassing.
For who though?
I don't
He's not
for
embarrassed?
everyone. No, I know, but it's so embarrassed because Cheyenne is like, I'm so grateful. I think this is a great idea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Her father
Mm-hmm.
said he's like, yeah, but you would have to give up some of your time.
You have all the time.
What? This
You
guy
have all the
this guy
time.
bought his time in Costco.
I know. With the filet
This guy-
mignon.
This guy bought filet mignon and time in Costco. He's got more time than anyone.
It's so true.
He doesn't have a nail polish line.
all he has is time.
All he has is time. And he said that not only does he have time, he needs more time to think about it.
Well, that's the thing. It was like he's like, I'm
Think
gonna
about
think
it.
long and hard about it.
Yeah, you can. You have the time.
Mhm. You do have the time. You bought it. I saw it.
So now we go to Cheyenne's house and Zach is serving everyone. Zach is like, listen, I am a short order cook. I have a job
What
already.
is that he made exactly?
It's like some kind of like shredded chicken on tacos, but like or pork or something. Carnitos or I don't know.
Because I saw like a crema on top. I
He's
just was
like, I will do anything. He's like, I work in a
Yeah.
restaurant now.
right.
She's like, you don't actually work in the restaurant. All you did was order out and then put it on a plate. He's like, yeah, but I am practicing to work at the restaurant because they told me that if I put on my Native American outfit or my cowboy outfit, I could work at the restaurant.
That's my new job.
Uh-huh. It's my new job. I'm going to be the candlestick maker at the Mexican restaurant. Okay. So he's like, you know what? I want to do it. She's like, I am so proud of you that you're going to let my dad give you a business.
Isn't this what they always say? Like, even this is the whole premise of my best friend's wedding. I mean, it's like your father-in-law gives you a job, you get married, and then you do the family business. This is so cliche.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
So he calls her dad to do something that poor people do all the time.
What?
Pick your brain.
Yo, you're so right.
Oh, I know. Let me tell you something. And when I say poor, I don't mean financially poor. I
Uh-huh.
mean intellectually poor.
Yeah, I had my brain picked so hard last
I
weekend.
had my brain picked so hard. You think I was a carcass on the side of the road.
It's so true. I was picked clean. I was picked clean.
I was picked extremely clean. You
Mhm.
would think that there were maggots in my brain.
Oh, it's so true.
I was hawked. I was chicken hawked on the side of the road.
I love
Pick-
chicken hawks.
Pick my brain.
Yeah.
Pick his brain. Pick his brain about what? He's giving you a job. What are you going to pick his brain about?
It's so funny because it's like, Zach, do you even know what you're actually going to be doing?
So his dad is like, yeah, we have to figure out a time. And Zach's like, yeah, we need to figure out a time. And it's like, Zach, every time
Well,
is
that's
your
the
time.
thing. He was like, yeah, I'm just trying to
Anytime.
figure out a time. It's like, there's no time you could say no to because you have all the time.
What is your excuse? Are you gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, I actually have to podcast. Wait, no, that's Cheyenne. I actually have to nail polish make. Wait, that's Cheyenne. I actually have to Instagram. No, that's Cheyenne.
Yeah, I think that Cheyenne has the full ick towards him already.
No, but now she wants
Yeah.
this new baby.
I know, but here's the thing. She's always wanted these babies. I don't think she really cares. She just wants the baby. I don't really think
I
she cares about the
guess.
guy. Yeah.
So her dad's like, okay, 6:30 a.m. He's like, I'll be there at 6. It's like, you'll be there at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Zach, please stop.
Please.
And then he tells her that he accepted the offer.
Uh-huh.
But she can't really ask about it because he wants her to trust him.
Oh, he's the last person I would trust.
And she says, quote, new job, new baby.
Why is she suddenly pushing this baby thing?
Okay, so this is the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Now that he doesn't want a baby,
Uh-huh.
do you think that she's doing this to be like, see, so when he changes his mind, she's like, hey man, I really wanted a baby a few months ago, remember? And then I didn't want it anymore. So you kind of like missed the boat.
Here's the thing, right? So next week is the finale.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the coming attractions. I saw it. But when we saw the trailer, did we not see Cheyenne throw up into a garbage bag? And we were
Yes.
like, wasn't she doing IVF or
Yes.
something?
Yes.
That just never came up this season. That's something I've realized.
Maybe it will be the last episode.
I don't know. I don't even know if she's
Maybe
on
she's
tonight.
just thinking about Zach's
having sex with Zach. Zach's jizz.
No, she's thinking about having a life with Zach.
Yeah. I mean, too late for that.
Yeah.
He's got
well,
it. Uh-huh.
Speaking of throw up, let's talk about Brianna.
Oh my God.
Is that every segue?
Yeah, that literally, that's every segue.
Okay, so Devoyne is moving to Michigan for quote unquote some job.
Great.
Great.
Mhm.
He's still gambling and he relapsed.
Yeah, that's sad.
So she calls Devoyne. They meet at a coffee shop.
Mhm.
And he said
She's
that
angry.
of course she is.
Yeah, of course.
I got to tell you, I kind of understand that.
Here's the thing. You're going to work at a GM plant.
Yeah.
That
you're going to be an assembly man.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like this. You're going to, what's this,
Yeah,
8 Mile? You know?
But he doesn't know where the casino is there.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like he thinks he's out gambled Florida, basically. And it's like you just want to go there so you're not gambling. But can't you, like, I don't know, go to
Online
Georgia?
gamble?
Go to somewhere closer?
How about you go and get a different job? How about you, I don't know, change your hair color?
Right. That's the thing. I mean,
wherever you go, there you are.
You're not so bad. You're driving a black Mercedes. How are you doing that bad?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Also, if you're in Michigan, are you going to be on the show anymore?
I don't know, but I did see that he just went to go visit Nova and Stella, and they all dressed up like Powerpuff Girls, the three of them.
Oh my God, I love
this.
this.
Very cute. They dressed him, but they had a wig on him and everything. It was so cute.
Well, he said that he wants to better himself. And he's like, I wouldn't be mad if you moved. She's like, this is the stupidest conversation I've ever had,
Yeah.
actually.
And it's like I noticed that everybody kind of dances around. Like even Brittany was like, oh, he's a father figure to Stella too. But nobody
Okay.
ever really acknowledges that.
Thank you. It
Uh-huh.
was very weird. So Brianna told them, because she'll say like, oh, the girls are losing their dad.
Yes.
But then she'll
Yes.
only acknowledge that no, like it's like, so which one is it?
It's
Is
so weird. Is he or
Right.
is he not?
So
Right.
Brianna told them the next day. And then the next day after that, Devoyne tells her that he's like, yo, would you hear? I'm like, what is this?
This
Why-
kid, she sucked a chicken bone clean. I've never seen anything like this. This was like
She's
in
like her mother.
Jurassic Park.
She's her
when
mother's daughter.
She sucked the chicken bone clean off the bone. I'm like, this is bad. Just like her mother. Just takes after her mother.
He's like, yeah, you can come through. I love how he talks to her.
I know, me too. That's how I would talk
Like,
to
see,
my kids.
she's some shorty on the street.
He's
Like,
like,
come
yo,
through.
you can come through.
And then he says, quote, give me a greasy chicken hug.
And give me a chicken kiss.
And I'm like, you know what? That's how Stella got here.
That is how Stella got here. It could be how Nova got here too. There's no way to know.
Oh God. Brianna tells him that he's leaving his daughter. She's like, you're leaving your daughter, but it's like, okay.
I
Well,
know. And then in the
That's
coming
what I would
attraction,
do.
she's crying.
Yeah, but that's what I would do. I'd be like, listen, you're leaving, and like, these girls are never gonna feel love. But like, you know
Right.
what? You have to go work in a plant, in a power plant.
I got it. Oh my God. I'm telling you, you know what? In 8 Mile, they worked in a plant and they did like this battle rap. I'll never forget it because 8 Mile, because Eminem says to Exhibit, you've been working in a plant so long, you're a plant. And it's like, that is the worst rap line I have actually ever heard in my whole life. And so Matt and I say it to each other all the time. Anytime, if you say the word plant, we rap that at you.
Well, definitely it's a plant.
But it's like, come on, Devoyne, you're such a good dad. You're such a nice dad.
He is,
Why are you
but that's the
leaving?
thing. It's like, can we just put him in some kind of bubble? That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
Right.
they just get back together. They need to get back together. He
Me
needs to
too.
live with them.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
I would have
that's what
asked
has
him
to
if he
happen.
wanted to move in. I would have been like, listen, would
I
you be
gotta
on
tell
a better
you,
track if you lived
If
with
me and you
us?
were in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, we're in a relationship.
Me too.
You know what, actually, Devoyne? We're in a relationship. And you're living with me.
Because the thing is, like, as much as everybody wants to talk shit about Devoyne, he's so nice to Stella. He's just so nice. And that's his character.
I know. I know. He's like a bad dad because like he's just, I don't know, he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
But like he wants to. I don't know. It's terrible because we make excuses for these people. But still. All right. Well, speaking of excuses and vomit, let's talk about Leah.
Speaking of vomit.
Okay. So her dad's been out of rehab for 2 months and he still can't see these girls.
Good for her, though. Good.
I
wish Jade followed the same rule.
Yeah, I know, really. So he's helping her with some yard work. I like also how she gets some physical labor out of
Yeah,
him.
me too. I mean, this guy, I've never seen a beard like this in my life.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that a lot. So she tells the girl, she's like, yeah, I talked to my dad. That's a weird way of saying it.
Instead of saying I talked to grandpa. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And she asked if they want to visit with him, and they're kind of like, not really.
But
and
fine.
She's like, right. So she's like, yeah.
But she's like, hey, I'm a little excited.
Sure. And she's like, I haven't really known him since I was 5 or 6. And it's like, Leah.
Oh, right. I remember when you did that heroin with him.
Yeah, I think you were a little bit older than 5 or 6.
Well, just like, oh yeah, I meant to say that too. Cheyenne said that she was working in the office when she was Ryder's age.
Yeah, she was probably like the coffee girl. Like,
but
it's
that's
not
what
real.
I'm saying. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure you were fucking filing at Ryder's age. Yeah, I'm sure. You're not Tracey.
Thank you, because I got to tell you, I had a job when I was 5.
But that's a Tracey job. I know. I've seen your paperwork.
Listen. I had a job. I had a family to feed. I had 2 kids.
I've seen your paperwork. I've heard about the cards you got for your teachers. Yeah, I know. I know all about you. Cheerio.
Sister Adele. Oh God, she was our music teacher. She was a nun, obviously, Sister Adele. She had the worst voice in the whole world. And it was like a treat when she would sing at church because it was like the laughing stock of the school.
Oh God, that's
it's like, funny. Oh, here she goes again. She's gonna sing on Angel's Wing. And he
Of course.
will
I was waiting for that.
raise you up. Oh God, Sister Adele was amazing.
I was
Anyway.
waiting for that.
No, you just get the first line. All right, so they're gonna start painting some river rocks for the garden. I love that this is a planned, scheduled activity.
River rocks.
Okay, and then she goes, "Granddad will be here soon." Granddad. Leah, put your turtleneck on. Granddad's coming over. With grandmama. Grandmom is right behind him.
It's so good. I'm crying. It's
Oh,
just
God.
so good.
Okay, so this is what I want to tell you about.
Tell me.
Granddad shows up
Uh-huh.
for river rock painting sessions. Leah's smoking a pipe. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I watch a lot of TikTok.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of dog grooming videos.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Malteses have a lot of problems keeping their fur white.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Like around their eyes and around their
Yes.
mouth.
Yeah. So
And it
does
looks
her
all
dad.
ratty. So they use like whitening shampoo and then they also just like trim up a little
Yeah.
bit
Uh-huh.
because they get the little.
We should get him some shimmer lights, is what you're saying?
He has a totally white beard and then he has like a discolored mustache.
Yeah, so did my dad from the Colt 45, the Newports.
So I think what they need to do is they need to take him to the groomer. First of all, get his sanitary shaves, get his paw pad shaved out.
Really.
And
The
then
anal
put-
glands expressed.
and then put a little bit of Shimmer Light Maltese shampoo on his mustache
I could see
to
that.
bring it all together. Okay.
Yeah.
So now Addie is the MVP of this situation.
What did Addie say? Because he was being very nice. He was asking him all these
Oh, no,
questions.
it
and
was
stuff.
fine. It was
Yeah.
fine. So he's like, "You don't remember me, right?"
Mhm.
And
And she goes, I remember everything.
She goes, "I have an amazing memory though." And he goes, "Do you remember me?" And she's like, "No."
No. That's you.
Oh God, I got to tell you,
Yeah.
there's a twinkle in Addie's eye
Oh, I
that
know.
resonate with.
Yeah, because she's full of shit. Uh-huh. I know.
She's so full of it. I'm like,
She
that's
is.
me.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna lie to this grown-up man. She's gonna lie to granddad.
Granddad. That's you. She's definitely the kid
She's
that goes
gonna-
out and is steaming in the snow and comes in naked.
She's also keeping eye contact when she's lying to
Yeah.
adults.
Uh-huh.
That was my favorite.
It's still your favorite. I still
always lie
see
to
you do
adults.
it. Mhm.
Anyway, so granddad used to play the
Granddad.
drums. And then he tells him about his time in band and also his time with prescription
God.
drugs.
Granddad.
Granddad's like, "Oh, I used to play the snare.
That's
And I also used to snort some oxy." He's like, "Don't you see
right
it?
off the drum.
Don't you see it in my beard?"
He's the yellow
Oh,
oxys.
yeah, he was the colored ones. All right, so now next scene. This is the closing scene.
Yeah.
Granddad
Uh-huh.
is on the beach.
Where was I
Walking.
with this scene?
They're walking at the end. It's just
Oh,
like,
it was at the montage.
what color is his beard?
What color is it?
Brown. The whole thing. The whole thing.
I don't think I looked up.
Noelle.
I have to tell you, I didn't look
He
up.
has an entire brown getup. It's all brown.
Do you see his hair? What color is his hair?
I don't know, but his whole beard is brown. They, instead of whitening the mustache, they matched the rest of the beard. The curtains now match the drapes.
Oh my God.
Well, they dyed his beard. His whole
I
beard.
actually I am gonna have to go back and look at that because I did not notice that.
My God.
Because I'll tell you, once the montage came on, I was like looking down at the notes and I looked back
No.
up when the coming attractions were
Yeah,
on.
you
All I
missed-
saw was Brianna crying. That
yeah,
was the
you
part I
missed
saw.
granddad.
Oh, granddad.
Granddad went to the groomers.
He went brunette.
Yeah. They gave him a little rinse, as my grandmother would
That's
say.
great. They frosted him.
They put a rinse in his beard.
That's my grandmother.
She used to be like, "Why are you going to dye your hair? Just put a rinse in it."
Put a
I'm
rinse.
like, "I don't know what that mean?
God, that is so my
She's
grandmother.
like, put a little rouge on your cheeks.
And she would say, get white minks. That was the name of the
What does that
color.
mean?
Yeah, and rouge.
Is it?
Yeah. Rouge is blush.
Yeah, blush.
Yeah. No, white mix was the name of the rinse she wanted me to put in my hair. Uh-huh.
The rinse.
The rinse.
Oh my God.
There's still the same a beauty supply store on Liberty Avenue that my grandmother used to go to.
I used to
and
go
this
there.
Old ass lady still works there.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Uh-huh. It's
You're
so
like, hey, do you have
crazy.
any rinses?
They have like 4 things.
Do you have any rouge? Do you have any
rinses.
broochy lipstick?
I fucking rocked with broochy lipstick.
I know. I got it at the same store that I bought the oak tag
Yeah,
in.
you're so right though.
I
Yes,
know.
I used to get it at Bambi's.
Oh, Bambi's on Lefferts.
Yeah, on Lefferts.
I used to go to Bambi's.
Bambi's was the shit.
Bambi's was the shit. We used to go to
Man.
Bambi's all the time.
Cigarettes were $2.25 back then.
Yeah, I remember. We used to go to
Crazy.
Bambi's like crazy.
Yeah.
We stayed staying in Bambi's.
I stayed in Bambi's.
All right. Speaking of vomit, let's talk about Amber.
Oh God. Speaking of Barfalrama.
Speaking of broochy lipstick.
Truly. Also, what happened to her eyes?
Listen, her eyes were never going to be
open.
open.
I know, but the makeup. She just has a circle of black.
Noelle, she did her makeup
Uh-huh.
the way I did my makeup when I had a makeup kit when I was 4.
I mean, she's on drugs.
I was
right?
like, red
She's gotta
lipstick,
be.
blue eyeshadow. Obviously, this is hot.
Yeah, I mean, she has to be on drugs.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I hope she's on drugs. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if she's not on drugs, there's a bigger problem. If she's not on drugs, she needs brain surgery.
This new Gary, there's something very wrong with him.
You think?
He's scary. He's creepy.
Terrifying.
Mhm.
Terrifying. So Gary and Christina are talking about how Amber is, basically
Right.
that she's the worst, right?
Yes.
Leah doesn't want to see her anymore. So Gary's like, you know what? I think I need to talk to Amber.
But Amber gets crazy and defensive.
Right. So we talked to so
yeah.
Gary, she tells Gary 2.0.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know what OG Gary would ever want to talk to me about.
Right. And it's like, I don't even know what the hell she was talking about.
She was like, they stopped me from picking her up from school. They were like, no, don't worry. Christina's got it. It's
got it.
Yeah, because you didn't show up ever. And they were like, you know what, Amber? You're relieved of your fake duty of picking her up from school. And then Gary 2.0 says, quote, you're doing all the right things.
Meanwhile, she's like, I know Leah's 15 and they think she has a choice, but she doesn't have a choice. Like, basically, like, let's force her to see me.
Okay, but here's the other thing.
Great.
Let's pretend to force her to see you. It's fine. She's safe because you're not going to show up.
Right. Well, that's the thing, too.
See,
You're not
this is the thing.
Up.
Gary is trying to play the game nicely. He doesn't realize that there's a game within a game that he could be playing.
Of course.
And he's not playing that because he's almost afraid that she'll follow through. And it's like, Gary, you have to be more confident that she's not going to follow through.
I mean, you know her. She's never shown you she's going to follow through ever.
They'll go, yeah, I wouldn't. Of course.
So
stop telling her not to come to the cross country tracks.
Well, so that's the thing. And it's like, they're in the daytime. She doesn't go out in the day.
Give her the address.
But also,
give her the information. Don't tell Leah. Tell Leah, oh, we told your mother not to come.
But also, if she wants to go, then let her. It's better than her hanging out with Leah.
She's not gonna go.
Of course, she's not gonna go. But call her bluff.
This is what I would do if I was a very bad mom, which is what I would be. I would say, Leah, you are safe. Your mother's never gonna show up. I told her to never talk to you again.
Yeah.
And then I would be like, Amber, here's all the information for her cross country meet. You're going to take her out to dinner on Sunday.
Right.
You have custody of her Thursdays and Fridays.
Right.
You on Wednesdays, you guys have a video call for 4 hours. Here's your daily schedule with your daughter. You have full custody.
And she wouldn't show up to one thing.
Right. And Leah would be like, Dad, thanks so much for not making mom talk to me.
It's so true.
So it's like, Gary, come on, man.
But also, what is wrong with new Gary that he thinks she's doing everything she can? Is she just putting on a show?
Yes.
But
she's putting on a show, but
also,
also maybe he just wants some money.
But also, you guys have been together for 7 months and you know that she hasn't seen her in all these months. You haven't met her daughter and she hasn't seen her daughter. You don't think there's something wrong with that?
Yeah, but maybe he just wants some money.
I don't know.
Okay, so
yeah,
Amber FaceTimes with Gary OG.
Yeah,
but she's sitting next to Gary 2.0.
Yes. Oh, wow. And here I also wrote Ashley's notes. T puts on a condom with her mouth. Okay.
Great. She wants to know the reasons why she can't see Leah.
She thinks that she says, why is she getting pushed out for years and years?
Okay,
Pushed
but see,
out.
that's the thing. I'd be like, Amber, you're right. And today we remedy this.
Well, that's what I would do. I'd be like, you know what? You're so right. We have been pushing you
We
out.
actually want to invite you to come live with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Emily wants to bunk with you.
Yeah. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christina was even thinking that you guys should sleep together.
Christina, I'm gonna let you sleep in bed with Christina. I'm gonna sleep in the outside garage tent
Yeah.
in the Golden Corral area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep closer to my tomatoes.
I'm gonna sell my pies outside.
And you and Christina are gonna sleep in bed together as mother and mother.
As
Ass
mother and
to
daughter.
ass.
Like Requiem for a Dream.
Oh my God. Amber's like, I don't care if she doesn't want to see me.
But then she says that it's hard to get in touch and days go by and she doesn't get a reply.
Well,
But-
she's like, I'm not gonna reply to that. She goes to Christina about some bullshit.
He says days go by.
Yeah,
he doesn't
and
get
she
a
said,
reply.
"quote I'm not gonna reply to Christina about some bullshit." What happened here?
I
I'm so
know.
confused.
I feel
She
like this
hangs
was
up.
choppy
She's
or
yelling.
something.
She's yelling. She's screaming. Crazy Amber is back. Grocery store cart pushing trip. Amber is back.
Here's the thing. People are like, I wish she was off the show. I don't.
No way. I want to watch
I don't.
this.
I want to watch this. Like, I don't need to see the likes of Mackenzie. Not that I hate Mackenzie, but you know what I'm saying? Boring.
I don't love her. Yeah.
Right. I need to see this. I need to see Crazy Amber. But you know what? I don't, I guess, necessarily feel bad because Leah doesn't really even care anymore. So it's not like,
No,
you know
Leah's
what I'm
like,
saying?
Dad, can you stop
Yeah.
FaceTiming with this woman?
Yeah. She's like, stop giving her opportunity. My mommy is here. My mother is Christina.
Yeah. She's like, please stop. Now that again, Gary's also not playing the game great.
No, but also he's so frustrated at this point because he's like,
okay, but you're not frustrated enough not to talk about that Leah wants Christina to adopt her on national TV.
I know.
And that's where you lose me, Gary.
I know. You're right, though.
You know what? Go sleep in the Golden Corral.
No, it's so true.
Yeah.
I just feel
because here's the thing. I think that we glorify Christina and Gary a lot.
Of course we do.
Because Christina's very calm with Amber,
and because Amber's so terrible.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But Gary, you're doing a better job than Amber, but like, what does that mean?
Right. And that's the thing. Even back in the day, Gary fucking sucked too.
Gary
you know what I mean?
sucked.
I know he did it, but it's just Amber is infuriating sometimes because
also, he was a lot older than Amber.
Well, that's the thing. It's creepy because of that, but it's like she just takes no accountability. She's not like, you're right, Gary. Like
but Gary also gives her these opportunities to argue with him.
Well, that's the problem. He never shuts her down. Mm-hmm.
There's no shutting Amber down. I would just yes her to death and let her bury herself.
So would I.
I'd be like, hey, I'd love
that she's not going to show up to anything anyway.
Leah's dream is for you to come to her cross country.
Right. And then she'll be like, I'll make sure I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, great. I told Leah that you died 5 years ago. Perfect.
Right. Because now at this point, Leah's like, please get this woman away from me. This woman I'm cringing thinking about her. I know.
It's like I have to watch another one of her relationships unfold
but it's also
online.
Like, what? I don't care what she told Gary 2.0. How does he not notice it? That's what gets me.
Well, maybe he doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're assuming that everyone gives a shit about someone's character.
Right, because I do. I just like at the end how it was like remix, and then it was like 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gary is missing, and then it's her frantic phone call.
Hello?
I like it. Hello, I can't find him.
Hello, help me.
Hello, help! I can't get off the couch.
Gary, get out of the Golden Corral.
Also, new Gary is engaged.
I know, I love that. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's something wrong with him. Like,
of course, there's
all
something
the way
wrong with him. Yeah, of course, there's something wrong with him. And also, Taylor Selfridge came for Amber.
Really?
I saw she was just like, I hate watching this because, like, how hard is it to be a good parent or whatever? And then Ashley co-signed on it. Ashley's like, yeah, this is terrible. And what's with everybody enabling her behavior? And Amber's like, I think you guys need to mind your business.
Amber, you're going to get beat the fuck up.
Yeah, you're really going to get beat up. Because, I mean, well, I guess because they mean, like, what are Macy and Kate doing? You guys are just feeding into her nonsense.
Yeah, Macy and Kate picked up the script and they were like, yeah, this
Mhm.
sounds fine.
Right. Yeah, this will do.
Because Macy and Kate had to do that. And again, I kind of
So
understand
do
it
I.
because I don't want to deal with Amber.
Hell no.
So what I'm gonna do is if you talk, let me tell you something. I would divorce Tyler if he told me on camera
So would I. So would I.
about this thing. And it's
I
like,
would
oh no,
bribe
so
the
now everyone
producers to cut it out.
so now everyone knows that I know.
Uh-huh.
Watch this.
Right.
Who's your favorite kid? I'm gonna kill it.
Rest in peace, Nova.
Bye forever.
Bye
Because I can't
forever.
do this.
No,
I can't
you're
do
so
this.
right though.
I can't do this. You want to ruin my life? I'm gonna ruin your life
Mhm.
even more.
Damn, that's so true.
You want to tell me on camera?
I wonder if we're gonna see. I don't even know who we're gonna see next week.
There's no way to know.
I know that Moron and Moron get engaged.
I'll tell you who we're not gonna see.
Who? Me.
Gary 2.0
Oh yeah, that's right. He's missing.
ever again.
Bye.
Goodbye forever. And guys, on that note, make sure you follow the podcast at Teen Mom Podcast on Twitter, Teen Mom Trash Talk on Instagram, Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok and on YouTube. Follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Follow me at Trixie Chuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Make sure you go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for everything podcast related, including my stand-up comedy tour dates. TraceyCarnazzo.com, TraceyCarnazzo.com. Where should you go?
TraceyCarnazzo.com.
Okay, bye.
Bye forever.